Chapter 71. Within seconds, she replied with her mobile number. There was no pissing about. All the rules from the dating Bible about how long you leave the email replies were suspended. Steve might have taken weeks to reply, but he had no interest in a pre-coupling dance. She wanted to talk to Steve. She had to talk to him, and after that, she knew she would want to see him. 20 years was too long to piss about. She hoped he felt the same. Her phone rang immediately, and Isla answered before the first ring had completed. The exchange from Steve picking up her email to now was a matter of minutes. "Holy fuck! Is it really you?" Isla burst into tears at the sound of his voice. Although deeper in tone, it was instantly recognisable as the man she once loved and still hung on to the memories of loving. After a silence where Steve listened to Isla's weak attempts to regain her composure, it was clear this could turn into a long conversation. "So, do you fancy shifting to FaceTime, Isla? It might make things more real, and besides, I want to see how you've aged. Can I be honest, Steve?" "Well, there's not much point in chatting if it's not going to be an honest one, is there?" "Well, rather than FaceTime, can I drive to wherever you are, and can we talk in person? You've no idea how long or how much I've missed you." This was a conversation she had longed for, but the last thing she wanted to do was frighten him away. She wasn't sure whether he was married, partnered, or whatever people did in Portsmouth, if he was even in Portsmouth. "There's a slight problem with coming to see me." Oh no, he's taken. Isla feared she'd wandered into his life at a time when there was no room for her again. Had she misread the urgency she'd inferred from his text message? Steve was interrupted by a woman's voice. "Shit, he's with someone. I'm an idiot. There was no way he was going to be available after all this time. Bollocks, bollocksy bollocks." Her heart dropped into a pit in her stomach and she felt like hanging up. The decision had already been taken away from her. He hung up. Steve had hung up. She was sure he was married. What an arsehole, calling her when his wife was at home. Incoming FaceTime call from a number not in her book. She relaxed, smiling again, answering the call to see the Steve she recognised from his picture in the paper. Next to him was a woman. She was considerably younger with a bemused look on her face. "Isla, meet my daughter Amy. She's not very happy with me because I'm supposed to be resting." "Hello," both women replied simultaneously. Isla smiled, looking upon the girl who'd interrupted their boat trip plans all those years ago. "I'm sorry for appearing rude, but my dad has not been well with this virus, so I've told him I will go back to my mum's if this conversation lasts more than 5 minutes. But nice to meet you, Isla." "She's serious." Steve nodded in acknowledgement. "So in the spirit of brevity and holding on to my daughter, please tell me this. Where are you, and are you okay?" He ushered Amy away, smiling at the beautiful woman on his phone. "It was not supposed to be this way, but I'm back in Hemel." "You always wanted to leave there?" I did. I promise I did leave. Fat lot of good it did me. I've only been back a few weeks because both of my parents died on the same day, so no, I'm not okay, but I will be." "Isla, I'm so sorry. Is there anything I can do?" Isla thought for a moment. "Well, that depends on the answer to the next question, Steve." "And what's that?" "Do you ever think about me? Because I have thought about you with sickening regularity for my entire adult life, and I wondered if now and again you ever found space for me in your mind, because if you did, that would make me very happy indeed." "Isla, I'm going to take a running jump at something. Were you serious about coming down to Southsea? Because if you were, I'd love to see you." "Yes, Steve, yes I was. My neighbour is away and I have the keys. It takes about 90 minutes from where you are, and we can talk if my daughter is still talking to me after I tell her about what's about to happen. Let's just hope she lets you in. Text me your postcode. I know we aren't allowed to leave our homes, but if this isn't an emergency to help a vulnerable person, I don't know what is. I'll pack an overnight bag and be there as soon as I can." "Lovely stuff, but one thing." "What's that, Steve?" "Make sure you pack more than an overnight bag, Isla. We have a lot of catching up to do."